Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen. Today we're doing some peel and stick wallpaper DIYs. This first one, I'm just using this sign that I got from Michael's a long time ago on clearance. I think it had some sort of Christmas thing on the middle. But I've had it forever, and this video I'm kind of just using a ton of items that I have had in my craft stash to try to just get rid of things or just use things up. So I decided to use this sign and use this peel and stick wallpaper from the Dollar Tree. I really liked this one. I thought that just anything would be able to be used for this. I had this candlestick. This is from a yard sale, and it was only 10 cents. And I think that sign I picked up for, I want to say at least $1. I don't think I'd pay a lot more for it, but I've had it for years. I'm not really sure, but I know this was an inexpensive DIY to put together. And if you can't find wooden candlesticks, I want to say they have them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, or you could just use the ones from Dollar Tree, either way. I love these rub-on transfers. These are from Amazon, and I'll link them down below for you guys. I've had a lot of these rub-on transfers I use in this video for a while, so if I can't find them, they won't be linked. If I can find them, they will be linked. So I decided to go with this butterfly. This is a little out of my comfort zone as I love farmhouse, which a lot of these items will be, but it is for inspiration. So if you're not into the farmhouse thing, you could still do these DIYs and just add something else to it instead of fun little farm animals. But I love this butterfly. I thought this one was so pretty, and then I decided to use this Dream rub-on transfer as well, and it came in the same pack. Once that was done, I just took my glue gun. I love this Gorilla hot glue gun, and I just glued that candlestick right to the bottom of the sign. One, I'm using some chalkboard peel and stick wallpaper or peel and stick paper, and this house is also from Dollar Tree. So I decided to go ahead and cut that wreath off. I will be reusing that, so I did not want to ruin it. It was a pain, but we ended up getting it off of there. So once that was off, I did make sure that I took as much of that hot glue as I could. It was so stuck to it, but we made it work. I ended up just kind of rubbing the wallpaper or the peel and stick to the house to kind of make a good like crease mark. So I was able to cut it down to size, and then I just kind of rubbed it along for a while because there was just so many bumps and crevices. So if you have some kind of squeegee, totally use that. I just used my hands, and I think it just ended up working out just fine. And then for the most part with all of these crafts, I decided just to cut along the edges, and then you can use some sandpaper just to kind of soften up the edges just a little bit. So once that part was done, I just had some greenery in my craft stash and a burlap flower that I decided to use for the top. That was done, I decided to go ahead and use a Couture silkscreen transfer. I love these, if you didn't already know. So if you're new, I love using Couture. I just think it makes everything look so crisp and clean. I'm not good with stencils whatsoever, so I think that this is a great route. A little more pricey, but you can reuse these over and over. They have a sticky backing. I am also using the Couture chalk paste in the color Bright White. And of course, this is my favorite, just to see that end reveal, and I think this is adorable. This is my favorite peel and stick from Dollar Tree. I think it is so pretty. I am also using this frame. I have had this frame for probably a good year. It is also from Dollar Tree. And then I am just tearing apart the backing because I do want that glass piece. That glass piece is what I am going to use to stick on the wallpaper. I'm going to stick the wallpaper onto the glass piece, smoothing it down, and then I'm just going to put it right back together. I bought a ton of rub-on transfers from Amazon, and some of them almost come off like stickers, and then some you actually have to rub on like a rub-on transfer. But I have a ton of these farmhouse ones. They all kind of came in smaller sizes, so I didn't know what to do with them for the longest time, and I figured, you know what, I need to start using a lot of the items that I knew I would want to use I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys do that? Like, do you guys go to the store and buy them? Like, you have some really great ideas, but then you come up with more great ideas and more great ideas that you kind of forget what you bought the first items for, and you forgot what your great ideas were. Anyways, I said great ideas way too many times, but I love this little bakery rub-on transfer, and I love that wallpaper in the background. So for this one, I really liked this house, but I don't know what I was thinking when I bought it, because I don't know what I would have done with it. Maybe for Christmas it would have been cute, but I don't know. I just found it, so we figured might as well use it. I like this peel and stick. It's kind of like those tiles. I guess it is kind of a tile. It's a square. I don't know. Anyways, short story long, obviously we're going into that. I cut it down to size and added it to the front of the house. And I always can find all of this peel and stick wallpaper. They have the tiles. They're always, always, always at my Dollar Tree. So hopefully you guys are able to find some of these items if you plan to recreate. I am also using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Moss. It is one of my favorites. I also have these galvanized hearts. These actually came from Family Dollar, and I wanted to use that goat rub-on transfer for the center. And this wasn't supposed to be a rub-on transfer / peel and stick wallpaper video, but it's kind of how it ended, because I found so many cute ones in my stash that I wanted to keep using them as much as I possibly could. So I'm using the greenery or the leaves and the bow from the previous house that I used. I actually broke one of the houses, and I decided to keep like the wreath and the beads and the greenery, because you just never know. And I keep all greenery, florals, bows, and I reuse them multiple times. But I think this one turned out so cute. We have goats at home, so I love having anything goat decor in our house, because you can never find it. For this one, I'm using this sign. This is from Dollar General, and this was on clearance. So I think I paid, I want to say like $1.50 for it. It was so inexpensive when I bought it. So for this, I decided to just paint it. I'm using Waverly chalk paint in white. I found these little wall stickers, and I thought this would be such a cute DIY to use, and you could hang this in your kitchen. This is so cool. But I thought these were really neat for Dollar Tree. So I like it has like the 1 gallon, 4 quarts, 1 quart, 2 pints, 4 cups, and so on. I ended up not using that teaspoon or the tablespoon, but I thought these 3 fit perfect on there. And then I just decided to use the twine that this already came with and just kind of added it to the sides. I just wrapped it around and just tied it a couple times, double knotted it, and I think this is a really cute piece. Okay, for this one, I'm using these 2 tags. These were also from they were from Dollar Tree for sure. I was going to say Dollar General, but these were for sure from Dollar Tree. But you can find tags like this at either place. I am going to use the back sides of these, so I guess they could technically be reversible, but they're definitely not, because I'm going to be gluing and all the things. But I wanted to use this like eucalyptus floral wallpaper once again. It's just my favorite, and I wanted to use it as many times as I possibly could. And then I just cut it out and just stuck it right on to the tags. And I wasn't worried about the holes and covering them, because I just ended up taking a pen and just poking that hole right back through. No big deal. And I feel like I have used tags many times. You can make little garlands with these. You can throw them in wreaths. You can do whatever you would like with them. I decided to actually glue them together. I did want those little circle pieces at the top. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but I want those back on there. And then I am just gluing. I made sure the holes were lined up, because I'm going to be end up tying. You're going to see in a second. I'm like way overstepping, right? Rub-on transfer. This is from the same pack as the goat and the bakery and all the things. I like using up as much as I possibly can, and this one turned out so cute. So I wanted to add another rub-on transfer to this, and it ended up popping right off like a sticker, which I didn't really have a problem with. I just found it kind of odd. They're kind of more thicker than an actual rub-on transfer that you would actually think of. So I don't know. These are just made a little bit differently. They almost actually feel like stickers versus a rub-on transfer. And then I'm just using some twine, and that was from the Dollar General sign that I did. And that is it. I don't know what I was going to say. I like ran out of words to say. But this one is so cute. I have so many cow crafts and decor in my home, so this will fit in perfectly. For this one, I want to say this came from Dollar Tree. It could have possibly came from Michael's, but I want to say it was from Dollar Tree, 100%. So let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you know I'm right that it's from Dollar Tree, but I've just had just random items. I'm like, I can do something with this. I really like this herringbone peel and stick, so I decided to use this on this little sign. So I painted the entire thing white and realized I actually just wanted to use the back side of this. I'm using some more of these rub-on transfers, and like I said, it wasn't supposed to be a rub-on transfer video, but it kind of is if you keep listening, and I'm always using rub-on transfers. But I like this one. It says the best memories are made gathered around the table, and I decided I was going to use the pig, and then it didn't fit. So I don't know what I was thinking when I lined everything up. I'm like, this will be so cute together. So I ended up using a sheep rub-on transfer, and I think this turned out so cute. I'm going to stick this in a tier tray for sure. If you guys like tier trays, let me know in the comments below, because I have not decorated mine yet since Christmas, and I really need something new in them. I'm using that faux shiplap peel and stick once again, and I'm just using this wood sign, and I actually think this one came from Walmart. I just never know when you have things in your craft room for so long, but I want to say it was Walmart. I don't shop at too many stores, so definitely it had to be Walmart. So I just cut it out to size, added the peel and stick onto here, and then after I added it, I was like, I kind of want to paint the edges, because the edges obviously did not match that gray and white shiplap. I'm like, it needs to be painted. So I just peeled it down and painted, waited for it to dry, and just kind of added it back. I did use a blow dryer in between, so I was able to kind of make the process a little bit faster as far as drying. But yes, if you're going to do this, do the edges first and then add your peel and stick to the top. But it went back together just fine. It still had all of its stickiness, so no biggie. I've had this frame, I'm going to say it again, forever. I've had this frame forever, wanted to use it, and I thought that this would look so cute, kind of stacked on top of each other. So I used my hot glue gun, added that frame, and adding, yes, another rub-on transfer. And this would be cute to just add pictures of your family to as well. The frames are really tiny, so it'd have to be like a tinier photo, but I think that would be really cute. So if you wanted something that you could actually use, I could still technically add a photo to the front if I wanted. So the possibilities are truly endless. This, I'm using another one of those Dollar General signs. This one says wash, and of course that eucalyptus peel and stick, because like I said, it's my favorite, so I have to use it a couple times. And I did end up actually using about like a sheet and a half, and then I did have some left over, so of course I saved it for smaller projects. So once that was on there, I've had this little galvanized hello. This is from Dollar Tree as well. And I just decided to leave it galvanized and just hot glue it to the sign. And I just added it to the bottom right-hand corner. If you didn't already see, I have used this before, and I just like reusing items. So with all the crafts that I make, I obviously cannot keep them all. So I do like to reuse a ton of items. And then this is the piece of twine and eye hooks that were on the side of the sign, and I just moved it to the top so I could hang it up if I chose to. You guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you some ideas, some inspiration. And if you guys have any of these items in your craft stash, let me know in the comments below. But that is it, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.